Welcome to the show. Our guest is Chris from Addy Family Adventures.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
And our guest is Chris from Addy Family Adventures. I need to mute that. Or at least pause it.
Right.
So hopefully people will get the notification.
Right. But you also got to remember, there are a lot of people who are live streaming from the park too.
Right.
So, oh, there we go. Hey,
There's
James.
James Ryan. Hi, James. How are you? We got Chris from Addy Family Adventures.
Hey.
Would you want to tell us about your show, your channel, and your shows?
Sure. So we basically started by wanting to be something where we could show families places they could go on the weekends just around Indiana and Ohio. I'm from Indiana, but I live really close to Ohio. And then we kind of went on, and our daughter got DCP, Disney College Program, and she got on down there. So we started moving towards being a Disney channel. And then we were kind of doing both, still doing everything. We'll probably get back to going around to different places in Indiana and Ohio as soon as all this stuff with the pandemic's over. But it's actually forced us into being a full-time Disney channel. So, but other than that, we usually post videos Monday and Thursday, but here lately I've been doing a 30-day video post where I've been doing reaction videos to rides at different Disney parks that I've never been to, and I don't know if I'll ever get there to see them. So at least I can watch them and you can see my reaction to them. And, you know, if you hadn't seen them, then you can react to them. We do have, actually have 3 lives that I do. I live stream on Tuesday, which used to be Hanging with the Family, which is going to Wednesday, and then Disney Fan Art with Chris is moving to Tuesday because of the schedule with one of the people that's usually on our live stream. And then starting tomorrow night at 8:15, I used to do a show called The Good Morning Show in the morning. I moved it to the evening, so now it's called The Evening Show, and that's where I talk about Disney news and different kind of entertainment. And then on other channels, if you know The Adventures of Gonzo, I support him in a lot of stuff he does. Like I'm on Disney Friends with him and Al from your pal Al. And then, of course, I show up on YouTubers United and Taco Tuesday and everything like that. So I just try to help out Gonzo every chance I possibly can. So, but other than that, I think that's about it. So,
need to say hi to Jeffrey Resendez.
Hey, Jeffrey.
And Mike
hey, Mike.
Wheeler. And our guest this evening is Chris from Addy Family Adventures. If you want to ask him any questions, you can go ahead ask him about his shows in his channel.
You can ask me that, or you can ask me anything. You know, let's just not get too personal.
Nothing personal, just basic streaming and shows.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything you want to know about me, I'm willing to answer that. So, but usually I do it with my family, my wife Margie, my 2 daughters Heaven and Haley. If you've seen any of my videos, you see that they pop up. But we're kind of extended out. Heaven has 3 roommates, and we kind of consider them part of our channel. And then I have a buddy who streams with me when I do the Disney Fan Art with Chris, Darren. So we kind of consider him part of our channel too. And then every once in a while, you'll see some people pop up that was in the channel before. But Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that. But yeah. So but it's funny, you do like an arts and crafts show. We do like an arts and crafts show. I don't know. I have some sitting here if you'd like to see them.
Okay, go ahead and if you have it, if I can go ahead and give you the screen.
Oh no, I can just it's just sitting here right next to me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we kind of go through like the different Disney eras, and then the people who join us, they can like create whatever they want. So we actually, before we did that, we were doing movies, and the one movie we did was Moana. So I created this for Moana. The green screen is going to mess up his legs, but so I made a Kakamora. And then let me see. I got some other stuff sitting here. Move some of the stuff out of the way or keep it from falling over. So we did, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the wartime era. So usually I draw, but I felt like doing some other things. So this is a Japanese paper cutting. So that's
cool.
Yeah, Panchito. And then the last drawing I did was for ouch. We'll get to it. I didn't mean to do that.
And I'm going to go grab my drawings.
All right. I'm trying to find it. I think it's here. Everything's going to fall off. Oh, here it is, I think. Oh, yeah. So I actually I drew this for the last one.
Ooh, Mad Hatter.
Yeah. So, but actually, so we got usually people for that. We ask people if you want to add anything, you can send it in. Yeah, that looks really good. Mickey Mouse. Elsa. Yeah. Looks really good. Keith. Oh, Anna. Yep. Yeah. Mike, I'm gonna say yes since I'm moving into the next stages. Oh yeah, that looks really good, Keith. I'm gonna say yes, I did pass it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I've only been arrested once in my life, and it was when I was a teenager. So I don't think it's still on my record. So and it was for and it wasn't for like armed robbery or anything like that. It was for normal teenage things. So but
This turned out perfect.
oh yeah, Goofy. Yeah, that looks really good. Now, do you know his hat tells you that he's a dog?
His hat, yeah, because of the bone.
Well, there are actually three parts to it. The bottom part is shaped like a dog bowl, right? And then the band is like the collar, and then the top is like the bone sitting in. So yeah. Pluto looks awesome. Yep.
He turned out perfect.
Yeah. Donald Duck. That's my daughter's favorite character. Oh, Minnie Mouse. Yeah, that looks really good. Another Mickey. Yep. Oh, Olaf. I think some of these I actually seen in some of your videos or some of your live streams you've done before, actually, if I'm right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, didn't you have them up on something like that? I think I went in and looked through your videos and your live streams.
Yeah. And then I did have quite a bit of points that I redeemed to Disney's Movies Rewards, which is now Disney Movies Insider.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And,
yeah.
well, it'll help if I do this.
Oh, yeah.
Sadness from
Oh,
Inside
yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your favorite part um, of each part of Walt Disney World?
Are you talking about like a ride or what? They're at each park or?
Well, let's start with what's your favorite park at Walt Disney World?
My favorite park at Walt Disney World is Hollywood Studios. So it was even that before they had Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And the reason is I always had a thing for the old Hollywood feel. And I think you kind of get that when you walk down through those streets they have there. But when they added Galaxy's Edge in, it just made it that much more better. But I do miss some of the stuff that was there before they put Galaxy's Edge in. I miss the what's it called, Marge? The lights.
Osborne.
Yeah, I do miss the Osborne lights that they used to have there in Christmas. I think they ought to put those down there in Disney Springs. I think it would be neat if you put those up at Disney Springs and then had the Christmas tree lead up to them. And I think if I would charge people to go through it for down at Disney Springs, but yeah, I kind of miss all that kind of stuff. I miss the Roger Rabbit stuff. I really always loved Roger Rabbit and some of the other stuff they had there. I understand it wasn't getting a lot of attention like it used to. I think the only thing I didn't like that they put in Hollywood Studios was that stunt action show. And it's not that I didn't like it. It was basically once you've seen it, there was just no reason to go see it again. But other than that, yeah, Hollywood Studios is my favorite.
Yes, James, I just showed a Pluto just a little while ago. I'm sorry that you missed it. And then Mike Wheeler's got a question.
Oh, you said I give you mad props, and not everybody knows that. And also, the green is a sock with dogs allowed to chew in. Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, Hollywood Studios. That's my favorite park. It's also the smallest park down there, but it's my favorite.
Yeah. I just saw earlier today one of the live streams where I can't remember if it was on Janice or on somebody else's set. They mentioned that you can fit Magic Kingdom into Animal Kingdom.
Oh yeah. Animal Kingdom is the largest one down there. Of course, you got to understand that most of that park is also reserved for the animals. So
right.
But
which of course, which park has the most rides?
Ooh. I'd have to say it's got to be Magic Kingdom. I figure it's got more rides than anything because Magic Kingdom, because like I said, Hollywood Studios, it's the smaller park. I don't know. It might actually be able to keep. I wouldn't say it does. Epcot has some rides, but not that many there in Future World. It might be catching up because, well, the Frozen ride just replaced a ride. But they got the new ride going in there in France, the Ratatouille ride. And yeah, I think Magic Kingdom actually has more rides than what any of the other ones do. So I meant now, as if you go like rides and attractions, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. It seems like not only does Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has a trackless ride, it seems like the Rise of the Resistance has a trackless ride too.
Yes. Actually, since I've been doing these reaction videos, I have found out that the trackless ride system's been around before it even came here. They've been using it over in China and in Japan before it came here. Their version there of in Hong Kong of the Haunted Mansion, they call it Mystic Manor, which is a great ride. It's a trackless ride. I'm trying to think what else I seen that was a trackless ride. I think Ratatouille, which is coming to the US. But over there in Paris, France, it's a trackless ride. And I'm starting to think that maybe trackless ride is the way of things going right now. And to me, it's amazing. So I think it really gives you more of a different perspective depending on what car you're in and everything like that. The Ratatouille ride, I'm telling you, I watched the one over there in France, and it's just amazing. And I can't wait till it comes to US, and I can't wait to see it in person. The only problem was it was in France. Of course, part of it's in French, but still riding through, you got the idea what was going on. So, but whenever you're looking at some of those that are overseas, you're going to get into that where it's not in English, it's in another language. But usually a lot of times those rides, you really don't need to understand what they're saying. If you already know the characters and everything, you kind of already know what's going on.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. But yeah. So I think I knew that, Mike, about the Lights Motor Action was a gift during the 100-year celebration from Disneyland. Like I said, I liked it when I first watched it, but after that, I just never cared to go see it again. It just felt like one of those things. Once you've seen it, you'd seen it, and now had they updated it or add stuff, I probably would have went back, but it didn't seem like they were doing that. Okay, but I think the trackless ride system is going to be the future of rides, especially dark rides. So, but I've been seeing a bunch of neat stuff. There's been stuff I've been watching from the reaction videos that it's kind of making me jealous that they've got them overseas and they probably won't bring them here. But hopefully maybe someday I can go overseas and see it in person. I did find this out that every park has their version of the Haunted Mansion is in a different land. It's not in the same land on any place. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? So I thought that was pretty neat to find that out.
And then James Ryan just said Ratatouille ride is trackless. Yeah.
Yes. It's actually, all right, like I said, I did a reaction video of the one in Paris. It's actually trackless, and it kind of uses the same idea of Soarin', where it's going to be 3D, so you're going to have to wear glasses. But what they do is they take you through, and then they put you up to a great big screen, and then all the motion, because you're right inside the screen, makes you feel like you're moving forward like it does on Soarin'. And then after that's over, the ride backs out. They take you through some stuff like there'll be tables and everything that your cars will go under, and there'll be food hanging down and everything like that. And then they move you back into another big screen and do the same thing. It makes you feel like you're moving forward and everything like that. It's a really neat concept to actually take the trackless and then also the science, or I don't want to say science, the idea of what they use for Soarin' and put those two together. It makes you feel like you're actually moving through with the characters. It's just amazing. Hey, Wendy.
Kind of reminding the viewers of the different channels that I'm promoting too.
Oh yeah.
No Whip Dad is on tonight. 2 shows tonight.
Right.
this tube, and then Creator Talk.
Yep.
And then Dean's on right after me on the live place.
Okay.
So if you go to the live place tonight and Doe Whip Dead tonight, tell them that I sent you.
So have you been to Disney World yourself, Keith, or will it be?
No, it'll be my first time when I go in 3 years.
Okay, I got you. So do you already got it set up where you're making payments, or is it?
I'm saving money to see about paying up through debit card.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Go through the app.
Are you planning on staying on property when you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the 6 days at Disney, and then the 2 days at Universal.
Okay. All right. You already know what resort?
The checkout day of Walt Disney World will be the check-in day for Universal.
Okay. So do you know what resort you're going to stay at there at Walt Disney World then?
We'll probably try Pop Century.
Pop Century.
So that way be able to...
The Skyliner?
The Skyliner,
yes.
To both Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
Right.
And then...
Right.
And then on Magic Kingdom Day, take the Skyliner to Epcot and then walk over and catch the monorail.
I'll tell you what, I have actually done that, and man, I tell you what, when you're trying to get through there, it's unless you hit it early in the morning when it's not so crowded, it's kind of tough to get through there and get when they are busy and get to the front where you can go out and get on the monorail. But we did it, so we walked pretty fast. But yeah, you can do that, but you got to understand also the resorts have buses that'll take you as well. So
yeah,
but yeah, Pop Century, that's like one of my favorite places to stay. We'll stay at a moderate every once in a while, but normally when we go there, we're park goers. We're there from the time they open till they close, and we just kind of look at the the resort as a place where we just sleep. So I mean, I would love to stay at some of the really deluxe ones, but I just don't see any reason in it. We go and visit them, you know what I mean? So we'll go and see the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian and Contemporary, and then we'll make reservations for places there. I haven't ate at Ohana in a long time, so I think we might have to do that next time we go down there. So,
also one thing with Pop Century, I could actually, me and my cousin could probably actually take the bus to the ticket center and then catch the monorail.
Well, you could do that, but usually if you stay there, they don't go to the ticket and transportation center. The buses don't. The buses actually take you all the way to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably do it that way, but then we might even have a split day for going between Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
Well, then you would ride the monorail, but you would have to ride the monorail out to the ticket and transportation center and then switch over and get on the monorail going to Epcot. Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, we got there's a question. Chris, do you also do other travels beyond Disney? What is your favorite stop in the Midwest and why? James, no, actually we don't. I mean, there are places I'd like to go. I would like to go to Dollywood sometime. And I think my parents have been hinting at me going down there to Gatlinburg. Since there for a while, they kept putting stuff in my mailbox about it. So I think they want us to go with them sometime.
Hi, Wendy Lou Who.
But other than that, I mean, if there was other places I'd like to go, I mean, we usually stay around Indiana. There are places in Indiana and Ohio I've been wanting to go to. I've been wanting to go up to Madison, Ohio, and spend some time up there. I don't know if you've seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, but the movie Shawshank Redemption was shot up in Madison or Mansfield, Ohio, and you can go up and actually see the prison and everything like that and go through. And I believe they said it's haunted. So for some, you're allowed to stay overnight if you're willing to pay the money. But other than that, they've got the Ark in Kentucky that my wife and I have talked about going down and seeing. And other than that, probably if it's been a place that I've gone to, I haven't vlogged, it would be Wrigley Field. I'm a big Chicago Cubs fan. I've been to Wrigley Field several times, but have never been there to vlog it. So I would love to go and catch a game up at Wrigley and vlog that. Now I have vlogged a Chicago Cubs game, but it was in Cincinnati while they played the Cincinnati Reds. But yeah, I'm probably the three things you're going to find out about me is I love Disney, I love Star Wars, and I love the Chicago Cubs. So
in 2016, I rooted for the Cubs because I wanted to see them break the Billy Goat curse.
Oh yeah. Well, what was funny is I since I live so close to Ohio, I was working in Ohio, and what was funny is I showed them a map of who was rooting for the Cubs and who was rooting for the Cleveland Indians, and it was like they showed the map and every state was blue saying they were rooting for the Cubs, and then you had Ohio as red rooting for the Indians. But yeah, working over in Ohio, I take a lot of beating for being a Cubs fan, since a lot of them are either Indians fans or they're Cincinnati Reds fans.
I'm just about a little over an hour away from the Royals, so
oh wow, yeah,
I'm west of Kansas City. Royals is my team.
Okay.
And I've got to see in my lifetime the Chiefs won 2 times in my lifetime of the Super Bowl.
Right. I'm, I know football and everything like that, but I'm just not a big football fan. I never have. I don't know what, I think I kind of fell out of it when a lot of the kneeling happened. Not saying, I don't, they have their right to protest. I just didn't like the way they did it. That's all it was. I feel like when you're going to sports, when you go to watch sports or do something in entertainment, you're trying to escape the real world, and they keep trying to bring it into those places where we're trying to escape. So, but no, when I was watching the NFL, of course, we're Colts fans, and we're big Peyton Manning fans. So even when Peyton left, we were still rooting for him when he was with the Denver Broncos. So
that's an excellent suggestion, Mike Wheeler. I'll show you, Chris.
Keith, if you want to ride the monorail, I would suggest taking. Yeah.
When we head out, when me and my cousin go, her husband will drop us off at KCI. We'll get there. We'll leave my apartment just before 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
And then me and my cousin will spend the night at KCI to catch the 8:55 a.m. direct flight to Orlando.
Right.
And then we're going to rent a car.
Right. Yeah, James. Okay, so Yankees. Let's see. I think a lot of times they're hated on. I don't hate the Yankees. I think the bad thing is sometimes I feel like they're a bot team. But what's funny is my all-time favorite baseball player isn't a Chicago Cub. He was a Yankee. And my all-time favorite baseball player is Joe DiMaggio. I like Joe DiMaggio. Of course, I never got to see him play in my lifetime. But the reason why I liked Joe was because he was professional on the field and off the field. And that's why I loved about Joe DiMaggio.
I was fascinated by both Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Babe Ruth, he was known that he was able to point where he was going to hit an out of the park home run.
He did that at Wrigley Field. They were playing the Chicago Cubs in the World Series. So yeah, that's where he picked his shot, was at Wrigley Field. So it's pretty sad that there's only two ballparks left that Babe Ruth actually played in.
Yeah.
And that would be Wrigley Field and Fenway Park. They're in Boston. Yep.
And those two still has green monsters scoreboards.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, they got the green monster there in Wrigley, and then they're at Fenway, and then of course Wrigley, yeah, they still have the old scoreboard, which has never been hit by a home run.
And now getting back to Disney.
Yeah.
What's your most favorite Disney ride?
My favorite. Okay. So they give me a hard time for this because a lot of people don't believe it. But my favorite ride, and the ride I have to do, is the Jungle Cruise. I love the Jungle Cruise. I guess they call them dad jokes. I love it. But I like all kinds of comedy or all kinds of jokes and everything like that. I even love bad jokes. I mean, sometimes you might see me shake my head, but I'm still laughing inside when I hear them. So yeah, the Jungle Cruise, that is my favorite ride there at Walt Disney World. So, and you have to get the right skipper. That's the thing. Because when it comes to telling those jokes, you have to have some kind of timing sometimes. And I actually had a video called The Go of Jungle Cruise Skippers. And her name is Jordan, and she's friends with my daughter. And she was just, to me, the best Jungle Cruise skipper I've ever had. She had me laughing so hard. But so every time I go down there, if we go to do it, I ask my daughter, is Jordan working today? So, but unfortunately, I've only had the pleasure of having Jordan as a Jungle Cruise skipper once. But she was really great. Oh, thanks, James. So what is it, Keith, when you get down there? What's the first thing you'd like to do when you get down there?
Well, on the Magic Kingdom, they start off in the morning when it, like the rope drop.
Right.
Go to Splash Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That way, after doing Splash Mountain, whatever I do, I can be drying off air dry.
Well, it's Florida, so you're not going to be wet for very long. Usually,
my stepbrother lives down there in West Palm Beach,
right?
And that was the last time I was in Florida. It was down in West Palm Beach.
I gotcha. Yeah. I've never had any problems with being wet all day, no matter what time I've rode the Splash Mountain. So, but it also depends on where you sit on the log, because yeah, I think it's those first two seats that you got to really worry about getting really hit hard. Usually I think it's the back two seats that you're all right. I might be wrong about that, but then again, the only time I can remember the last few times I rode, it was in the front two seats.
I think that's logical there because I think the most weight distribution would happen in the front, which would cause a splash.
Right. But it's a great ride. Probably by the time you get down there, it's probably going to be already rethemed. So
yeah, it's going to be it'll be a log flume still, but it'll be rethemed to
The Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of sad to see the Song of the South characters go away, but I am kind of excited. I just hope they're able to figure out a way to make that theming fit. I just don't know how they're going to do it with the drop. So, but also I truly don't believe that belongs in Frontierland. But everything's going to change. So my daughter used the argument against me, saying, "Dad, you always said that things have got to change." So
Yeah. But I'm also looking forward to Expedition Everest.
yeah.
I don't think my cousin will go on that
Oh,
because
wow.
of it being so high,
Right.
and that it goes backwards a little bit.
Right. We'll see you, Mike. Right. Right. It doesn't go backwards very long.
See you, Mike.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, you don't go backwards very far. So. But yeah, that's probably my favorite ride there at Animal Kingdom. So yeah, it's Flight of Passage is a close, really close second to Expedition Everest. But
yeah, my cousin and I are kind of interested in Flight of Passage to be able to like ride on the back of a Banshee.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's neat. You get on it like you're getting on a motorcycle, right?
Right.
And what's funny is, they do the same thing where they push you forward into the screen, make you feel like you're actually immersed into that. And what's neat is, so you got your legs wrapped around this thing that's supposed to be the Banshee, and it actually between your legs, it actually pushes out like you can feel the Banshee breathing between your legs. It's really neat. Oh, thanks, Jeffrey.
I like the idea of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, where you go in what looks like a theater, a movie theater,
Right.
and a hole in the screen appears, and you walk. Goofy and the cast member have you walking in there, and there's a doorway that above it says 1901, the year Walt Disney was born.
Oh yeah,
and then you start riding in a Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Right, and what I love is how they with that they've done that where it's sort of a 3D without glasses. So it's a really neat ride. And but yeah, I think what it is you're sitting there and it's supposed to be like the opening, and then Goofy does something while he's in the film that causes the hole in the screen that allows you to walk through. So, but yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait to get down there and ride in person. I haven't rode that one. I haven't rode that, and I have not got to ride the Rise of Resistance either. So,
bye, Jeffrey. Have a good week and take care.
See you, Jeffrey.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to Slinky Dog Dash too.
Right. Oh yeah. Slinky Dog Dash is great. Actually, Slinky Dog Dash is faster than what they actually have it running. It was actually really fast, and they slowed it down because they were afraid it was too fast for a child's ride. And so they slowed the second launch down. So if you watch, it's got just barely enough speed to get up over that next hill, where it used to just launch it really quick. So they slowed it down. But I would say I'd want to agree with you, James, on that. Like I said, I haven't seen the Runaway Railway myself in person, but the Great Movie Ride, I'm not saying the Great Movie Ride wasn't a great movie. It had a lot of stuff that was breaking down on it, and it really needed to be fixed. It's kind of like it was getting to the point where it just either needed to be shut down and completely refurbished or replaced. But, I miss it. I'm not going to say I don't, but there's always going to be change. Walt Disney even said himself that the parks were going to change. So, yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying about the Great Movie Ride, but yeah, I think it was either time for a big refurbishment on it, or it was going to have to be replaced, which it looks like they decided to replace it. But yeah, it's sad to see those things go, but it's been happening all that time. So, or places being happen all the time, but
we'll probably do some shopping at Disney Springs.
oh yeah, Disney Springs is great. I love Disney Springs. I kind of miss. They used to have a place before they changed it to Disney Springs when it was still downtown Disney. They had a place there called Pleasure Island that I liked really well. They had like a bunch of different like dance clubs and everything. We didn't go to them, but they had a how do I want to say that? They had a comedy place. It was called the Comedy Warehouse, which I really liked going to. My wife liked going to it. And then they had another place called the Adventurers Club, which was a really neat place. And I kind of missed that. And I think the guy, he was like a puppet. I think you can find him out at Disneyland somewhere. That was the main character for the Adventurers Club. But yeah, Disney Springs. Yeah, Disney. Let me put it this way, all right? Disney Springs has an ATM for cupcakes. You walk up, put your money in, hit what cupcake you want, and it comes out. I was like, this is really a thing, a place to buy cupcakes right out of an ATM.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one in Florida, cupcake ATM.
Right. I don't know about that, James, about the Indiana Jones stunt show, if they'll be replacing it or not. I do know that one of the problems is even though Disney now owns the rights to Lucasfilms, Paramount still owns the right to Indiana Jones. So that's why when they bought Lucasfilms, you're not seeing Indiana Jones stuff. New Indiana Jones stuff comes in. So the only way I could see them having to replace Indiana Jones is if something happens between some kind of deal between Paramount happens, either stops or something like that. I don't know if Lucas has any say in that, but I don't know. I love the Indiana Jones stunt show, and I'd hate to see it go, but if it's got to go to bring something else in new, then that's just what has got to happen. It doesn't really draw the crowd that it used to, though.
What was your favorite dining experience at Walt Disney World?
Oh wow. Let's see. There's lots of places I like, but there's a steakhouse there in the World Showcase in Epcot called Le Cellier's. It's in the Canada Pavilion, and that place, I love that place. I haven't been there in a long time. If you're on the Disney dining plan, they now have made it where it's 2 dining credits. That probably is the reason why I haven't been there. But yeah, that place, it's awesome. The steak melts in your mouth like butter. It's just, I love that place. I just love that place. But
I can't eat steak because my upper teeth is denture and my lower teeth is real.
I gotcha. But
so it's just like apples. I can't. From an apple itself, it has to be sliced up.
Right. But yeah. Oh yeah, the Skipper Canteen. Yes, James. I love the Skipper Canteen. I've only ate there once, but I had the steak with the mashed plantains. It's really good. I'd really like to go back there and try again. I think my youngest daughter liked it. I think my oldest daughter wasn't. She wasn't too happy with it. And my wife, I don't think she was happy with it, but I think she thought it was just what she had ordered, that if she ordered something else, she'd be fine. But yeah, I love the Skipper Canteen, and I love it because, of course, it's just part of the theme from the Jungle Cruise. So,
of the shops where you buy merchandise in Disney Springs. Which one's your favorite?
Wow. I don't know. I don't. When we go down to Disney Springs, I really don't really pay attention to what we're walking into. Um, there's a lot. They've got a lot of places that are a little too high priced for me. The World of Disney, I like going in there because they have all the Disney stuff. I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a place where you could get stuff for that's like on clearance and stuff like that, and you could get it real cheap. And I can't remember what that was called, but we used to go there. I don't know if it's still there. I don't think we went there the last time we was there, but yeah, I'd have to say the World of Disney is probably my favorite there. But the Legoland store, we like to go in and just look there, or the Lego store.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's the World of Disney.
I'm looking forward to the World of Disney and then Disney's Christmas store because I want to get me a Disney ornament for my Christmas tree. I'm hoping on that they're still making the Walt Disney World gate ornament.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, if not, I'm sure you'll be able to find it somewhere online.
Yeah, probably on Shop Disney.
Yeah, but I mean, if they stop making it, you'd probably be able to find it somewhere on eBay or something like that. Just make sure you don't pay too much for it. So
Right. And then there's the Pin Traders in Disney Spring.
yeah, James. Yeah. Yeah. Both my daughters are in their 20s. Heaven is 20. Trying to think. I think Heaven she'll be 26 this year. Haley just turned 20 herself. So yeah, I know what you mean. And since even Haley still lives with us, Heaven is a cast member down there at Walt Disney World, so she lives there in Florida. But it's like my wife and I have gone back to dating all over again. So it's really different.
Well,
but yeah, with us it wasn't so much pizza and fries as it was chicken nuggets. That's all they seemed to like to eat.
Did you like the Kilimanjaro safari tour?
Oh yeah. I love the Kilimanjaro safari tour, and what's so great about it is you can go and get on it and ride through and see all the animals, turn around and go back on it, and it's going to be like a completely different ride because of the live animals themselves. I know the best time to go is early in the morning because usually that's when all the animals are out feeding, but there's a difference. Sometimes there's certain animals that come out in the morning, or there's certain animals that come out in the afternoon to in the evening. So if you're just going to get a different experience every time you go on that. So yeah, that's just one of those things we got to do when we go to the animal kingdom.
Yeah. During the COVID, that right now the Fast Pass Plus is temporarily suspended until everything gets back.
I'm actually hoping the Fast Pass will go away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying that they should just go to standby rides only. I think they need to replace that system. My daughter, of course, is like I said, a cast member. She works at Small World and Peter Pan. She said the reason why the line is so long at Peter Pan is because of the Fast Pass. I think Disney, while this is all going on, I think they're going to start to develop the virtual queues, and I think that will really help get rid of a lot of these long lines. So I'm saying I hope they get rid of the Fast Pass. I'm not saying they will. So
kind of like what Universal has.
Right. But I could see Disney actually taking a step farther in what they do. They always seem to.
Yeah. So, but they're going to discontinue the complimentary magic bands, but they're going to
Right.
still sell magic bands because they're um, a, a top selling item.
Right, right. What it is they did stick $1 billion into the whole Magic Band thing. And they used to send you Magic Bands. I think it was like either 6 to 3 months before you were to come in. It might have been even later than that. And but those Magic Bands, you just got a choice of a color. If you were too late, you automatically got gray. And they're gonna stop sending those to you. So now I have my own Magic Band, but my wife and daughter don't. But they can always just pick up one that we had from before. But what it is they're also working with Apple, and they've designed the system where everything's going to work with your handheld device. So Apple's kind of put a system in there on that same system as the Magic Bands, and I think eventually. I don't think they're going to completely ditch the whole Magic Band thing, but I think sometime in the future they'll go where you're going to be able to access everything from your phone instead of from a Magic Band.
Right.
Yeah.
But they will in 2021 have something on the my experience app that
right.
It'll allow you into your resort room and
no, they have that now. They do have
they
that
have
now.
that now.
Yes. Because there's been people who will leave the room and forget their Magic Band. So they actually have that now, where you can actually open up your room with your iPhone or with your mobile phone. But I think it's something you have to set up yourself. It's not something you get automatically. I'm not saying it's not free. It's free. It's just you have to set it up.
James Ryan asked, "Do you have a favorite place to eat in Disney Springs?" He likes Homecoming and the Boathouse.
You know, I haven't ate at too many places in Disney Springs. Probably the last one I ate at was at T-Rex, and I really like T-Rex. We actually got to sit in the ice room, but once again, I had steak when I was there. So, and I really like that. I haven't ate at like Homecoming or the Boathouse or trying to think. I'd really like to eat at the Edison is where I'd really like to eat. So, and my wife's got different places she'd like to eat as well. So, but yeah, the only place I've ever ate was T-Rex there. And well, I actually ate at the old McDonald's that used to be there, which it was more expensive than McDonald's should ever be, but.
They got a new McDonald's that's a solar McDonald's that's just around near the All-Star resorts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the only problem is with McDonald's and Disney property, they charge more than what you would find McDonald's off property.
Right. Sir Richard Branson was planning on having a Virgin Rail service that would go from Orlando Airport and have a station at just off of Walt Disney World property.
Okay.
And then head to Tampa Bay and then head to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay. I think they would probably have to get that passed by Disney, of course.
Yeah.
But Disney does have their own service called I think Magical Express.
Yeah, so, Magical Express.
Yeah, we've used Magical Express a lot. It's probably one of the greatest things they ever came up with down there.
And there was an announcement that they'll no longer do the luggage service on the Magical Express.
Are you serious? That was what's the best thing about Magical Express?
That's the latest I heard.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't heard that. Because that's kind of disappointing. That was the whole thing. Is you get there and then when you finally get your room, your bag's already there for you. So
I didn't catch whether they would say that would be permanent or if it's just for
during the pandemic.
COVID.
Yeah. It might be that. It might be during the pandemic. Yes.
Yeah, probably for the pandemic. Yeah. I like the my experience app because I can actually see the park, but when I know by the time I'm down there and I'm in the park, it'll pinpoint me right in the park.
Oh yeah. And then if you don't know how to get something, it'll actually give you walking directions to that area too. So I just fortunately have been there so many times. I just know where everything is. So
I'm planning on getting a 4K camcorder and then just video record instead of live streaming. And
right. I don't know, Keith. I do everything right off my phone. And the newest thing I bought for a camera was a refurbished GoPro Hero 4. So yeah, I to me, I I like to keep things cheap. Maybe when I get bigger, maybe I'd go to something better. But I get great stuff off my GoPro. I get great stuff off my phone. The camera that you're looking at me right now, I do videos when I'm sitting here through that webcam. So to me, it's like if you don't have to spend a lot of money, then use what you got. But 4K, I understand that 4K looks great. That's what for my reaction videos. That's what I've been using as 4K video from other YouTubers. But yeah, but if you got the money and that's what you're wanting, I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying for usually when you start up, you just want to go with what you have.
okay, we got about 3 minutes left before
Okay.
the top of the hour.
Hey, that's no problem.
Um, yeah, I like the people mover, but it's been broken down lately.
I don't think it's broken down. I think it's shut down because it's one of those that would be kind of hard to clean because the people mover is constantly moving. It's not something that they can stop and clean. It's a constantly moving ride. I know a lot of people like to say, well, because of the fire and everything. All right, I know for a fact they fixed all that. The people mover does run. It's something that is hard to clean because of being continuously moving. Obviously, it was supposed to be something for a mass transit, which there it's called the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. So I believe what it is. I just think it's shut down because it's something that would be hard to keep clean for the safety of the guests. So I believe as things start to go, you'll start to see it picking up, or maybe they'll figure out a way how to clean them. So. Oh, thanks, James. I appreciate that.
Thank you, James, for subscribing to my channel too.
Yeah.
I made him a mod. That's why you can see the links come up in the chat, is because I have it that only me and the mods can put in links and hashtags.
Yeah.
So, what about those meet and greets? Have you ever been to those?
Yes, I have been up to a lot of them. The bad thing was the next time I went down there, I was actually going to do a video on that, and it looks like I'm going to have to wait until everything's back to normal. But yeah, the meet and greets. I love the meet and greets. We actually got to see the talking Mickey Mouse. Unfortunately, he's not there anymore. But and I really that's something they removed that really kind of made me sad. Actually, the first time my youngest daughter got to see Mickey Mouse talk, she just burst into tears because he'd never talked to her before any time we met her. And it was just a really neat experience. I wish they'd bring it back, and not just bring it back. I wish they would expand it and have other characters at meet and greets be able to talk as well. Of course, you've got Tinkerbell and all those that are actually played by actual, people who aren't wearing masks, but the masked ones that actually do talk like in cartoons or in the movies. it would be really neat if they would develop that. I understand that it's not something you would see outside in the park where they'd be able to talk to you. They have to be in a controlled area. So like what Mickey was. But yeah, the meet and greets they're amazing.
Well, it's 8 o'clock Eastern time, so we might as well go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for coming on my show.
Thanks for having me, Keith. I enjoyed
Maybe
myself.
I can pay you a favor and be a guest on yours too, and maybe have you back again in the future.
We sure thing, Keith.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank everybody in the chat. I enjoyed answering your questions.
And if anybody hasn't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button and bop that bell and select all notifications. For here, from me and from Chris, have a magical evening and a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.